Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a new short movie. The name of the short movie is What If Naruto Decided to Become a Monk? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted short movie and my own idea. Now before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Meta What If channel as well, and stay tuned for a movie there. Yes, finally, a movie after a long time will be uploaded on Meta What If channel. I'm excited about that, and yeah, I had fun making today's story, so I hope you guys also enjoy that and have fun. Both of them are different and somewhat of a deep concept, so yeah, I do hope you enjoyed these ones, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe to it. Comment down below which was the best part in the whole story for you guys. And yeah, enough said. Without any further ado, let's begin with our today's short movie. Our story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato, 13 years after the Kyuubi attack, as we go towards Naruto Uzumaki, as he was currently preparing himself for the biggest day of his life. You see, today was the day he was going to be a part of a Genin team, and not only that, he has decided to propose to the girl he likes the most, Sakura Haruno. He has prepared a flower bouquet, as well as he has bought a gift that he has been saving up for at least a year or so for her. A bracelet from the jewelry store, made from real silver as well as a diamond. Naruto has saved a lot, even stayed hungry throughout many days in the year to buy that gift. And the payment was finally completed when, a few days back, he completed a secret S rank mission, which he thought was a test, which was given to him by his sensei, who turns out to be a traitor named Mizuki. As right now we see, Naruto then said, "Alright, Naruto, you better not screw up this one." And so now we see Naruto arrived early that day, way before everyone, because he knew Sakura usually came there first and would sit next to Sasuke, in hoping that Ino doesn't do that. As soon as Naruto arrived there, he heard footsteps, and the door opened, revealing both Ino and Sakura arguing with one another. And so, once they were arguing, Naruto then settled down. Sakura, can I speak to you for a moment? Not now, Naruto. Can't you see I'm busy with Ino? No, it's just, it's kind of important, you see? As Ino then noticed that Naruto was hiding something. What are you hiding, Naruto? As this caught Sakura's attention. What is he hiding? It's nothing, can you leave us for a bit? I need to speak with Sakura. Okay, I guess. As Ino then went out of the class, but hid in the doorway to see everything that unfolded alongside with, to hear on everything. Because she was the gossip queen after being the #1 fan of Sasuke Uchiha. Alright, Naruto, out with it. What do you want? Sakura-chan. I know I have said this many times, but I'm gonna say this with seriousness now. Would you go out with me? As that is when Naruto went on one knee and gave the bouquet as well as the gift that was wrapped. As Sakura was taken aback by that, and so was Ino. Wow, I never thought that Naruto of all the people would do such a thing. As that is when Sakura then said, grabbing onto the both things and throwing it right across the other side and slapping Naruto across the face. How dare you! As Ino was taken aback by that, as Naruto also then got up and was holding his face. Like, Sakura-chan, what are you... How dare you think that I would ever go out with someone like you? In front of Sasuke or nothing. Nothing, you hear me? And I love him. Get that through your thick skull. I told you again and again, I don't have any feelings for you. Never will. And never will give you a chance. But I don't care what you think, Naruto. I might have been kind to you, but that's it. All I did, anything and everything I did was to gain Sasuke's favor. Even being nice to you and talk to you. You're nothing to me in my world. So get out and leave. As now you see, Naruto then didn't even bother to pick up that stuff and begin to leave. He didn't even notice Ino, as he was serious and was looking down. As now we see Ino coming inside. That idiot. He thinks he can do whatever he wants. I've told him again and again to not pull that stuff out like this. What if Sasuke could have seen that? Sakura, you could have been nicer to him if you wanted to reject, but that was a little bit harsh. As now we see, she went and picked up the gift. As soon as she opened it, she gasped. Are you sure you don't want this? No, why would I? Just throw it away. Besides, I don't want childish gifts. It's not childish, Sakura. It's quite expensive. From that jewelry store that we walked by. It's the bracelet that you liked. I wanted that from Sasuke-kun, not from him. Throw it away, Ino. As now we see, Ino then decided to be a little bit mad. Hey, at least have the face to give this back to him. Not my fault that he threw it away here. If he wishes to, he can come back and pick it up. And besides, why are you arguing over him now with me? Because I'm a considerate human being, that's why. And what you did was a total bitch move there. Whine all you want. I'm gonna go sit on the seat. Yeah, go ahead. I don't care about that seat anymore. As now we see, Ino then begin to move her way out of the class and follow Naruto. She tried to search for him, but she couldn't find him anywhere. Unbeknownst to her, Naruto was now standing in front of the Hokage office. As he took off the headband and looked at it, as tears fell down. Was even this my dream as well? I don't know. As Naruto knocked on the door, "Come in," said a voice of an elder man. As soon as Naruto set a foot inside, we see Hiruzen Sarutobi there, and looked at Hiruzen, and Hiruzen looked at him, and immediately he knew that something was wrong with Naruto. Is everything alright, my boy? I don't wish to be a shinobi, Gigi. What? What do you mean by that, my boy? It took me a long time to realize and understand that. No matter what I do, people won't change their opinion of me. What? What do you mean, my boy? Nobody cares about me, Gigi, except for you. And if you're gone, then who's gonna watch over me? Who's gonna believe in me? I don't want to be a shinobi. I don't think that's a life for me. As Hiruzen saw in Naruto's eyes a lot of sadness and a man who was broken, not a child. He must be going through something very difficult. Alright, Naruto. For the time being, I will take your, thoughts into consideration. What are you gonna do now? I don't know, Gigi. I will find a way of my own to survive. You don't have to worry about anything. Thank you for being with me until then, Hokage-sama. I'm sorry for disappointing and bothering you. With that being said, without any other word being said between them, as Hiruzen was about to say, Naruto closed the door shut and left. What happened to him? As now we see, Naruto then didn't go home or into the village. He went straight towards the forest. He wanted to be alone and away from these people. For the first time in 13 years, he found this place like a prison, like he was trapped here, and it was hard for him to breathe. Everyone always taunting him, telling him that he is in the wrong when he doesn't even know what he did. And all he was trying to do was to win their favor. All for what? For them to just continuously belittle him? He was realizing this now. Maybe it wasn't the Kyuubi's fault that they hated him. Maybe it was in their own mind that if they hate him, they can vent out their anger. Kyuubi was just an excuse. As now we see, Naruto wandering around, crossed the forest of death and reached to the other side of the village, and to a place that was rarely ever visited. There was a waterfall running down the stream, and even a few rocks. As Naruto settled there for the night, just in his thoughts, shedding tears of the harsh word that the girl that he liked and adored for quite a long time has said to him on his face. Nobody would ever want you, Naruto. Why did you even think that I would go out with you? How dare you? Do you even imagine that I would? Were the thoughts running through his mind everything replaying again and again in his head of what has happened to him. It's useless. Everything is useless, said Naruto out loud, until he heard a voice questioning his question. What do you think is useless, my dear boy? Huh? What? Who is there? Nothing to worry about. I'm just a passing monk. I'm from the land of fire temple. Oh, I see. What are you doing here? Well, I too tend to enjoy peace in the beauty of nature in itself that Kami has presented us with. And here I found peace. So here I am today. You're weird. Many of us are in our own unique way, but it's just how we perceive ourselves is the one thing that matters the most. Because if you see yourself as such, then you will only see the bad side of you. You'll never be able to open up and see the good side. As now we see, Naruto then said, but how can one do that? I I tried and failed. So, try again. How much should I try? There's always room for one more try within you until your dying breath. Don't you think so? As Naruto looked down, I don't think I want to continue on that path anymore. Then find a new one. The one that your heart desires. What do you want the most thing? As Naruto, who was in turmoil from within and from without, he then said, I want peace with myself. Said a 13-year-old Naruto Uzumaki, who was desperate to appease his disoriented and uncomfortable heart and mind. He didn't want it to feel any pain that he was feeling now. My name is Hanma. I was here, as I said, because I found peace in the Kami's creation here tonight. Maybe it was a destined encounter that we met. How about this, young one? How about I teach you a little bit about being a monk, and you try to figure out things on your own. It can be a little bit of challenging, but once you find where your heart lies, you will follow it without a doubt. As now we see, Naruto then said, will it appease this pain? Pain is something that makes us human, child. I do not know that much. Only you yourself know if you will be able to appease the pain or not. If you're willing to give it a try, then and only then we will begin. Come here tomorrow and we will discuss. If you don't come, then I will understand that you found your heart somewhere else. But if you do come, then we will begin. How about it? Why are you adamant on training me out of nowhere? As I said, I found peace in Kami's creation here, and while doing so I encountered you, which means that Kami had already written this encounter between you and me. And I am seeing this as a chance to help you, because Kami called me here in order to help you. As Naruto was taken aback by that, I never thought of such a thing. Most of us don't. There are signs in life that God gives us, and we ignore them. As now we see, Naruto then said, I'll think about it. As the next morning, Naruto found himself peacefully asleep back at his home, and he arrived there, rejuvenated. As soon as he did, now we see, Hanma-san was sleeping there. You slept here all night? Of course I did. Oh, and by the way, Hanma jumped up and disappeared, and with his staff that he had, which was made of wooden log, captured a fish. How did you? I may be a monk, but it is necessary for a monk to train. As yin and yang creates perfect balance, we must also train as well with our physical body and strength to make sure that we are at least able to protect the weak and ourselves in front of danger. as Naruto was taken aback by this and then decided, I wish to learn the ways of a monk. And so, Naruto's journey as a monk began. Only a few months later, we see that Naruto was standing in front of Hiruzen Sarutobi, as he has gone through drastic change. He was much more calmer. He didn't react to people any longer, to the point that he was now outright ignoring them, their existence. And this pissed people off, but also they soon begin to ignore him as well, out of anger that he was ignoring them. Unlike before, that he will yell at them and whatnot. But Naruto was okay with that. His problem was solving on its own, and all he was showing was patience and perseverance. Naruto, my boy, I'm happy to see the sudden changes in you, but I am also worried. How can you be so changed in such short amount of time? It's simple, Hokage-sama. I met with a man from Land of Fire. His name is Hanna and he's a monk, a traveling monk, and he is my sensei at the time. I have chosen the path of a monk, because through it I found peace in heart. As of now, there is where my heart lies. As hearing his in-depth and short and concise answer, Hiruzen was not only impressed, but was amazed. His answer, it's way beyond the wisdom that young Naruto possessed before. Alright, young Naruto, I'll allow you to continue your training, but you are forbidden to leave the vicinity of the village. Remember that. I agree with you, Hokage-sama. I won't cause you trouble, or to the citizen of people any trouble. As after that, Naruto's training continued on for 2 years, as many things happened within those 2 years. Not only Naruto didn't participate in the Chunin exams, but also he was the one who stopped the Konoha crush, because he changed the main culprit's heart by having a heart-to-heart talk with him, and even bringing him back to the village as now a respected elder as well as a shinobi, Orochimaru. And not only that, Sound Village was now a part of Konoha as well. And this way, Naruto won the praise as well as respect of the council, especially one of Danzo. He never knew that a monk of all the peoples will be able to gain Konoha this much power. And through what? Not with words or power display, but with peace and perseverance. And that is why we see currently Naruto in front of Danzo Shimura in his root lair, as Koharu and Homura were nearby. Are you sure about this, Danzo? Enough. Young Naruto, I have heard and seen what you have done in this short span of time. Not only you have brought back Orochimaru, but you have also saved Konoha from the destruction that he was about to bring. I'm glad to hear that I was able to help, but I was only there because Kami wanted me to be. It was a fateful encounter, that's all I can say. And I was able to help him, which I am grateful of. He was a very burdened and troubled soul, like myself. You certainly have changed and became quite mature, young one, said Danzo. Before I remember, you were a troublemaker. That I was. And I do agree that I have certainly changed, but I don't think that it's that much of a drastic effect that it was do all of this. It is all the bidding of the fate and Kami that I am doing. I have just found peace with myself and within myself. That's all I can say. How do one achieve that? Look within yourself and you will find the answer staring back at you like an abyss, Danzo-sama. As Danzo's eyes widened, and he stood up, as immediately the roots were in action, they thought that it was a signal until Danzo held his hand. Enough. You gave me an answer that I was aware of. How did you know? I didn't. I only knew after looking into your eyes and staring at your soul. You are troubled by yourself, Danzo-sama, because you know what you are doing is wrong, way beyond wrong, destroying so many lives, but you think you have a duty, a moral, and a burden on your shoulders that you must do this in order to make sure that Konoha stands. You are angry, not only at yourself but at the others, such as Hiruzen-sama, because you know that he is making the village look weak, which, in your eyes, Hashirama-sama and Tobirama-sama didn't do. And that is why you believe that you should be the Kage. Yes, that is the reason. As Homura and Koharu were now amazed and shocked as well. Because all their years they have stayed by his side. They have never tried to read Danzo just by his eyes this much like the young kid has done in just a few moments. You're doing a great work, Naruto. Thank you for your help. Yes, just look at yourself and you will begin to heal after realizing your mistakes. That is all I'm going to say. As after that, Naruto left. And that is when we see him walking across Konoha's streets, as now he wore traditional monk robes alongside, well, his modern clothes, and he had a staff of his sensei who gave him that staff when he left. Naruto's hair was now much more longer and wild, as it was now running down on his shoulders as well, as he was walking peacefully while his eyes were closed. Nature was guiding him, until he heard a voice. It was his friends, Choji and Shikamaru. Naruto, is that you? Wow, it's finally nice to meet you, man, after such a long time, said Shikamaru with a smile. Ah, Shikamaru. Choji. It's finally nice to meet you as well after a long time. How have you been? It's been years, Naruto. We missed you, buddy. Why didn't you not show up? Yuka-sensei told us that you will, and then you never did, and we never saw you again. Fate had other things in mind for me. And I guess I changed my ways. Wait, what? What do you mean? I'm not a shinobi, as you can see. Yeah, I don't see any headband. Then what are you? Oh, me? I'm a monk in training. A monk? Said a feminine voice. It was Ino. Oh, hey, Ino. It's nice to meet you as well. How have you been? I've been fine, Naruto. Wow, you suddenly changed. And what's with you being all calm and whatnot? That's because I guess you can say I find peace within myself. As I usually say. Wow. Really? That's quite deep. Hey, Naruto. I have I have something to give you. Can we speak in private? Oh, excuse me, guys. I guess Ino has something to say. As Naruto and Ino went to the separate alleyway, as Ino then said, here. As it was a old beaten up box, and a scratched up box as well. As Naruto grabbed it as his eyes opened. You have that. I guess you heard everything that day, huh? Yes, I'm sorry I didn't mean to, but I guess it's fine. You can keep it, Ino. I think it will suit you better. As Ino blushed at his compliment, because right now Naruto was her ideal type, blonde similar to her but with wild and long wavy hair, and not only that, his complexion has changed, and he gave out this peaceful aura that she was now getting addicted to at this point. As she thought, wow, I never knew that I would be one falling over for Naruto like this. He's so changed, and the way he's handling and carrying himself is, wow, I think I'm in love. As Naruto then said, well, I'll see you around, okay? Wait, Naruto, actually, I'll be hosting a party next Saturday. The whole class will be there. If you please would come, then that would be grateful. Very grateful of me. Of you too. I mean, be there. Alright, I'll try to be there. As now we see, Naruto went home, and he had uninvited guests there, as two people were seated there. As Naruto could tell, there were two, even if there was one body. Now I am seeing the manifestation of the, well, overwhelmed form of yin and yang here. What do you want, dear friend? My name is Zetsu, and we wish to speak with you, said a different voice from the same body. Okay, Zetsu, what is it you wish to speak about? I'm gonna lay it out on you. I don't know why, but maybe because I'm part nature, that's why. And nature trusts those who have finally found peace within themselves for some reason. And that is why I was brought here, or more like dragged here by your allure. I'm flattered, but what is it that you wish to speak about? I don't know if I am my own person, or the will of someone else anymore. Yes, we are troubled by that. You see, we are a will created by another person to do their bidding. That is what we thought, but now, not so anymore. We have done so many atrocities with our life that we don't think that even that could resolve our pain, the pain that we have caused. But we don't want to do that anymore. We want to live for ourselves. But how can we do that knowing that if we don't, then someone else will? And once the real person behind us comes back, they will be enraged at us and disappointed. As Naruto was in deep thought, then he looked towards him. You already know the answer. You said that the person you're a will of consider you their child, right? Yes. Children, what do they do? I don't know. They make mistakes. They grow. They nurture and become mature, and then they find their own way. I was able to do that as well. I was a troubled soul just a few years back. Now, I am at peace. You can be that person as well, but in order to do that, you must confront your fears first. You must speak with them. You don't understand. If I do, then I'm terrified. We are terrified. I'll be with you then. How about that? You coming here to me, it was a fated encounter, in my opinion. And I'm deciding to help, that is a fated choice. Can you contact them? Only when the moon is full. So Naruto went upstairs of his apartment alongside with Zetsu, and there they waited in the bright moonlight as a visage materialized. Zetsu, why have you contacted me, child? As that is when her gaze fell upon Naruto. Using her wisdom-filled eyes, she immediately realized and recognized who it was. My son, if you feel so burdened, you would have spoken to me. I didn't want to disappoint, mother. The reason I wish to come is to collect my chakra. Doing that, you do know, will disturb nature in itself and would kill a lot of people. You have regained your chakra for what I can tell, Kaguya-sama. So you do know about my name. Yes, Sensei did taught me a lot before he went on his travels. That man, I'm forever grateful to him, has opened my eyes to many, many mysteries of this world. And they have presented themselves to me like a puzzle that I solved one by one. Even if I have gained, the people here, they don't deserve it. You know it yourself. Even if you don't practice chakra, you have practiced some harmful ways. Harm is inevitable. Pain is what makes us human. In the end, where there is peace, in that society there will be pain and suffering. Things are to be balanced. If the one thing overpowers the other, there will be imbalance, and it can cause turmoil to a lot of things. But I wish to create a perfect world where this rule doesn't apply. This world was supposed to be perfect as well. We were supposed to be the perfect creation, and yet we have so many flaws that we own ourselves created because we have free will. As Kaguya was in deep state of thought now. You are right. I mean, look at your son. He's a prime example. He wishes to live for himself. You thought he was your will, and he thought he was your will, but now, since you claim to him that he is your son, he wishes to have his own life. And I beg of you to allow him to have that. That's my son. Do whatever you wish to do. You are no longer bound to me to fulfill my desires. Thank you, mother. Thank you so much. As that is when Kaguya then looked towards Naruto and said, "And you, young man, I will give this world a chance. No matter how many chances you give, they will fail you. You know that yourself. Hmm. Then why shouldn't I just take the chakra? Because you know you don't need it. The thing that you have spread out, I did not, my children did. Even though they did. If it is taken, it will be causing a lot of harm and damage. So not only the nature, but also to a lot of animals who are now reliant on it. As Kaguya became quiet, the life and death balance will be imbalanced. And who do you think will be the one who will be the most pissed? Kami, Yami, and Shinigami. Who else? Then I request you to not do this. You have been already given the chakra that has been taken from you back, right? Over the courses of year. Yes. Then think of it like this. This is your chakra source that you can regain your chakra from, without causing any harm or trouble to it. Because the chakra here is slowly becoming abundant. That is something that I had not thought of, said Kaguya. Alright then. I will remain there. The shackles I have long since destroyed, but I cannot get out. As that is when we see Kaguya suddenly begin to materialize there alongside two other figures. Brother, I left a part of my soul to see if Mother tries to escape I will come, but I did not anticipate it to you to be here. Everything will be explained, Homura. Greetings, Mother, and welcome back. I'm happy to see that you have finally come to your senses. My child. My children. As the first thing Kaguya did was give them both a tight hug, and then she was now spewing out the sorrows of her heart, one after the other. Naruto remained there as a moderator, allowing the emotions to run and flow by. As after everything was said and done, the family was united, as Hagoromo and Homura even accepted Zetsu as their brother. As after all of this was done, we see the family of three departed, leaving Zetsu behind for the time being, because he now was given a chance to live freely. Thank you. Thank you very much. It was a turmoil within that has come to an end. You don't even know that the whole world was saved because of you. Was it now? If it was, then I guess I'm happy with that. You really are? You don't want the world to know? What would I do and gain after they know about what I did? They would celebrate me, make me a hero, and immortal? No, I don't want that. Those things comes with a quite of hectic and headaches. I'm happy that I was able to do such a deed in secrecy, and please make sure that it is. Wait, the Akatsuki. They will come, and once our meeting is due, we will meet. You go on ahead and live your life, Setsu. Are you sure about this? They'll reside in Amegakure. Thank you for telling me that. As this was going on, we see Naruto was helping out everyone in Konoha, regardless of their behavior at first, because to him, everyone didn't matter. The only thing that mattered was him being at peace within himself and helping others. Even those people who at one point hated him and was the real cause of his turmoil. And this was like a slap in their faces. Their hearts were burdened with guilt, and some of them even cried while seeing him, and even fell to their knees, asking and begging for his forgiveness. And all Naruto did was push them up and said with a smile that he doesn't hate them for what they have done. They were not mature enough to realize what they were doing. As now we see, within the council of Konoha, while Naruto was helping out the people of Konoha and his popularity was growing slowly, unaware to him, Hiruzen then said that boy Naruto, he has been helping out Konoha way greatly than we anticipated. You are right about that, sensei, said Orochimaru, now the right-hand man of Hiruzen Sarutobi. Yes, Orochimaru. I just wish that we were able to establish peace with the others. Talking about that, I have received a letter, sensei, that we are called for a Kage summit. And they have requested about the a wandering monk or sage that resides within Konoha that is helping the people out. How does they found about this? Turns out there were a few merchants who usually trade between our villages and their villages, and they found out through them. And the people are quite intrigued and demanding from their council for the visit of the said monk. Hmm, I see. Bring me Naruto then. We wish to speak with him. As in the meantime, Naruto has been on a reunion, and there he met with all of his friends. As Kiba was quite impressed, as Akamaru was now laying in Naruto's lap and was now sounding asleep. Now I am amazed to see both Naruto and Akamaru this calm. Wow, that is certainly amazing. Well, many things are amazing, Kiba. Many things are. As Ino was sitting next to him, as she was wearing on to the bracelet that Naruto has given her, saying that it was quite suiting her as well. As now we see, Sakura and Sasuke came alongside with Sai. As Sasuke then said, "Get away from me, Sakura. I don't want you to 24/7 hogging over me. You're not my girlfriend. Why do you even think that I would go out with someone like you? You're nothing. You're nothing more than a pest." As Sakura was insulted and was now crying in front of everyone. As Naruto then got up and brought her a tissue box. "Here you go. Wipe your tears, Sakura." As she did, she was about to thank until she saw who it was. As Naruto's blue eyes then fell upon Sasuke. "It's been a long time, Sasuke Uchiha-san." "Naruto. So it is true you became a monk, a pussy who hides, instead of a warrior who fights. Unlike an elite like me." "Well, we are warriors, all of us here, in our own battles. But you, my dear friend, are fighting a battle that is losing." "What? What battle?" "The one that you fight here," he said, pointing towards his heart. "Something that I have won." As with that said, Naruto left. "What do you mean by that?" said Sasuke. "Come back here and answer me, you fool." "Just ask yourself, mighty elite Uchiha warrior son. Because I know you don't need my help, and even if I try to do so, you will not agree to anything, but just deny everything." Everyone hear that? Naruto Uzumaki has gone insane. As Sakura was taken aback by that. And she then finally realized what she had lost. In search of a diamond, she lost the whole damn mine that was walking away from her. As the party went smoothly, as Naruto was greeting and having a fun time with his friends and his senseis. As now we see the Jonins on the other side were speaking with one another. That kid Naruto has quite a maturity on him. I've heard about his escapades in Konoha and I thought they were exaggerated. Way too much, said Kurenai. But damn, he's a real deal, I gotta say. Who knew? Him being a monk of all the things would be damn good for him and for Konoha. He has achieved quite great things, that is for sure. The only thing that I am sad that he did not achieve was his parents' stature. Are you insane, Kakashi? Said Asuma Sarutobi. The boy is much more than that. Yes, Kakashi, my eternal rival. I am disappointed to see that you are such short-sighted. Yeah, I guess I might be. But I wish that he has followed that path. For one, am glad for that kid, said Anko. He chose his own heart, not anyone's bullshit that everyone gives. We should all be proud of him. I guess we should. As that is when we see Sakura tried to speak to Naruto, but that is when she noticed that Ino and Naruto were speaking, and Ino was enjoying way too much of a good time. And even she was wearing the bracelet that was something that she threw away. As after that we see Naruto then bid farewell to all of them and departed. As soon as he did, Sakura came to her. Ino, why are you wearing that? You said that something was like that intended for me. Well, no, not any longer. It's for me and has been for a few years. Wasn't that supposed to be mine gift? A gift you threw away, I remember, and told that you wouldn't receive anything of as such. But why do you have it? I thought Naruto was. I took it and decided to give it to Naruto. I didn't see him after that for quite a long time until we met a few years back. And he told me that I looked good in that, and I should keep it. And so I decided to. I see. Why, Sakura? Why are you asking question about a man who you threw away? All those years ago, when he was head over heels for you. Could have done anything for you. I realize today that what I've lost. I know that I can't have it back. Yes. At least you are aware of that reality, it seems. I long since gave up on Sasuke. He never paid any of our feelings back. Never showed any interest. At one point I even began to think that he might be gay. Funny. I don't think he loves anyone except for himself and his ego. Because he doesn't have the capacity to do that. As after that we see, Ino begin to leave. As she looked towards Sakura. And stay away from him. Remember that, Sakura. This time I'm not playing around. Like we were back when we were kids with Sasuke. I will kill you if you try to hurt him or get near him now. You had your chance. You threw it away and blew it. I won't share this time. As with that said, Ino departed. While on the other side, at the Kage summit, we see all the Kages were gathered, and Naruto was brought there. Hiding within them were Akatsuki members, as a huge populace from each village was gathered there, alongside with the minor leaders and minor villages as well, as Naruto was speaking to them and trying his best to make a peaceful summit out of this. His words were soothing over people, and the summit was a success after 3 hours of debate. As Naruto wasn't exhausted, if anything, he was happy with the result. And that is when we see a masked person came to him, wearing black cloak and red clouds. You speak quite a lot, kid. For someone your age, you have been acting like you have all the knowledge of the world and the solution to the problems. The beauty of it is that I don't even know the solution to most of the things. But one's mind is quite complex, and it is the one who will give you an answer when the problem is in front, if you think quite hard about it and put some pressure on it. Don't you think so? You think that there will be peace in this world, like this, for eternity? No. There's obviously there will be a time by someone's mistake or willingness that there will no longer be peace and there will be fighting once more. Then this is a fake peace. No, this is not a fake one. The genuine emotions were there. I can see that. But we are humans. That we tend to forget. We can never be perfect. We are the embodiment of mistakes. It is up to us whether we learn from them or we just keep on repeating them. As that has been, the man's voice then changed and tone changed completely. As he then said, then how can there be true peace where there is no war? That is not reality, my friend. There is only fiction. That is only fiction. Because you see, where there is peace, there will always be remnants of war. And when there is war, there will always be hope for peace. That is how the world works. At least the reality of the world works. So there is no way for eternal peace. I'm sorry there isn't. But we can retain peace and expand it as well as increase the time span of it by making sure that no mistakes from each side are made, and even if they are forgiven and apologized for. You mean if the clashing of egos don't stop, then there will be no peace? Yes. The biggest enemy is oneself of our own. You have given me a lot to think about, child. Thank you. We might meet again. As after that, Naruto then said, of course we will, Obito Uchiha-san. Of course we will. As Obito took off his mask and smiled. You know it, Naruto. You know it. As after that, Obito left, we see Naruto then settled down in a meditative position. As he began to remember how his life changed and how he changed so much. in just short span of his life, all thanks to him encountering his sensei, Hanma, the monk who disappeared and never was a part of the land of fire itself. Turns out he was a godsend, sent to appease him, maybe. God knows. But he was glad that he was able to find the true path of peace. As right now we see Naruto coming inside his mindscape. Hello there, Kurama-san. You're here, finally. Yes, I had to make peace outside and peace within. To come to you and extend the hand for peace. I'm already impressed for what you have achieved. Even convincing Kaguya-sama. I was impressed back then and would have listened to your words if you have come to me. You already know my answer, child. I am already at peace with you. But I am not. As Naruto then opened the seal, and then requested Kurama to leave. What? You will be killed, you know that, right? If gods wish for me to die, then I will. If I have another more breaths in me, I will live. I won't leave, child. You are the first person in more than thousands of years of my life who have finally taken the liberty to understand us. The very concept of what my father was trying to preach and teach, even through with Ninshu and Ninjutsu. The basic core has been taught to you. You are the very final result that my father wanted to create. And this is something that I cannot leave alone to be tattered or destroyed. If you are a monk, then I will be someone who protects you and your comrade and companion, if you will have me. I'm pleased to know. But is that your will? Yes, it is. Then I accept, Kurama. Thank you for being along with me. And here's hoping to an extended and long friendship, partner. Of course, kid. Of course. As now we see, once Naruto returned, Hino had Ino always continuously nagging him until Naruto realized that why Ino was doing this. And Naruto then outright confessed in front of her by confronting her. And Ino confessed, and so Naruto didn't deny her feelings. Ino was a beautiful woman. Now, and not only that, she had genuine feelings for him. Something that Naruto could appreciate and recuperate as well. As time skipped, as now we see, Naruto reached at the age of 20, being renowned as the Sage Incarnate, the one who brought peace, the Child of Prophecy. Such titles were given to him, the Child of Peace. These big titles, much more than God of Shinobi and whatnot, were given to him, which Naruto all denied, but it was the adoration of the people of the elemental nation that they gave him such names, was standing in front of his wife, as they stood atop of the Hokage monument, where they were welcoming Tsunade Senju as the 5th Hokage. As Hiruzen Sarutobi has finally retired in his old age, as there was a celebration going on there, as the other Kages were also present, and so were the 3 friends that Naruto has reunited because of his words, as the older generation, Danzo and as well as Koharu and Homura were all retired now, and were enjoying their life, as they were witnessing the new era of Konoha and the Elemental Nation beginning. With a smile on their face as Naruto and Ino's hand intertwined and tightened around one another's. As within the crowd, Sakura was witnessing this with red eyes. She still to this day had regrets, because she was alone and suffering, while Naruto has moved forward, way far ahead, where she at one time had pride that she was, or thought herself that she was. As for Sasuke, he was put into mental asylum because trying to find the very answer showed him the true reality of what kind of person he was. And once he saw the face of the reality, he couldn't bear with it. Right now, he was mentally unstable and was in Yamanaka prison to make sure that he was treated perfectly. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this short movie off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And also stay tuned for a movie on Meta What If as well. If you haven't subscribed to it, make sure you do so, and like the channel as well. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.